Greetings. Great to meet you and see you on this wonderful day. This is a very memorable day for a lot of people that are celebrating the Christmas Eve. So that's a kind of a big deal, for children around the world and for different people, loved ones, etc. My sweetheart and I were sitting here talking about traditions that we grew up with that we may not necessarily feel are what makes the time of the year. We think about it. We think about some of the beautiful relationships and the gifts, and mainly it wasn't even about the gifts. It was more or less about sitting with people you loved, eating and communing, and there was little to do about the actual day, like what it meant religiously. I think that was for our elder generation, and that was what they were working to put into us, the feeling of how important this day was religiously. And for myself, we grew up with the whole 9 yards. We grew up with all the tinsel, the whole house lit up with candles, and claws was everywhere, and the bulbs, and all the decor on the tree. My mother had a favorite um, set of songs that she liked to play on the stereo, and I knew those songs by heart, so I would sing them to my baby sister, and she and I were, almost 13 years apart. So it was great to see the younger children really be excited for this event. So I mean, like, those are the things that we have nostalgia over, we reminisce over, because it's the good times. It's when people are functioning in this measure of happiness, but that wasn't necessarily the case for everyone worldwide, depending on where they came from or what their own family beliefs were, whether they believed in that or not. I want to say that even though I grew up that way until I was 17, I didn't do Christmas with my four children because of the religious community that I belonged to at that time. And I was gonna say that religious community was really strict. And I don't mind saying who it was, what it was. It was Jehovah's Witnesses, and they don't celebrate that holiday. They don't celebrate any holidays, actually. However, Christmas they don't celebrate because one, they don't believe that Jesus Christ was born in December. And historically, that actually is correct. However, they put such a swing on it that you should not be celebrating anyone's birthday, honoring or giving any energy to a person or a deity besides that of Jehovah. So, that is what I went into for, the first 20 years of my adult life, and I had my children there. So my four children didn't celebrate Christmas either. Ooh, that's really interesting. Now, that's a wonderful cup of coffee. I just wanted to say that. So I hope you have yours. And so, what I wanted to say is that I don't regret not having Christmas for the religious reason. What I think about is, could I have created aspects of a time of year that really honored family and honored closeness and honored the exchange of value. Let's just put, that we do when we give gifts. Now, I did that with my children. I gave them gifts and we had parties, etc. But they were removed from a religious spiritual value. So now, today, I am not obvious. I'm not a practicing Jehovah's Witness, and I was not disfellowshipped or anything like that. Based on my own decision, what I learned being educated and reading, which is so important. And that's one of the things I also learned, that anytime a group doesn't want you to read outside of their text, then there's some mind control stuff going on. So, anyways, that's a whole nother story. Um, so what I learned through my own reading and research was that it was functioning more like a religious cult, and ideology, and it was okay for me to walk away. It was okay for me to leave that experience. So I didn't have any trepidation over that. What I will say is this: as soon as I was free from that, then I began celebrating birthday with the two youngest children, the daughters, because they were still very young enough, and my boys had moved on. One is already married in New York, and I'm so proud of him. And he works as a pharmacist technician and all of this stuff. Anyway, and then I have another son that's in California, and he's got his beautiful sweetheart, and he's musical technician, and he actually does a lot of my intro music, and so that's always fun. So so then the two youngest ones were at home, and so then that was where I was able to finally say it's okay to celebrate. It's okay to love yourself. It's okay to create. It's okay to be in the creation, loving the creation, and you are the creation. So let me do that. So it was the funnest thing. One of the birthday celebrations we had was my youngest daughter, and we took her skating, roller skating with all of her friends. And that was so much fun. Well, every year I've tried to do something. I work to do something to honor a birthday, especially making sure that I reach out and say, I love you. You are a creation of the creator, and I am that creation of the creator as a creator. I love you. And so this year I have a daughter that is turning 26 on the 26th. So, that's pretty special, right? So I look forward to being able to be the mommy with her, celebrating that part of her life. And so when we look at this time of the year isn't so much about celebrating someone else's birthday that we don't know, but celebrating friendship and celebrating experience, and celebrating companionship, celebrating life, etc. And so let it be for that, if that's what you're going to do, and not necessarily because of a religious or spiritual reason that someone else is attached to you a meaning for. We have to get into our own experience and be present, and not be living 2,000 years ago to somebody else's experience for whatever we think it means, because someone's now put that meaning on what the day should be. It really should be something that you have accepted and do in your family. Anyways, I pulled cards today. I always pull cards. First card I pulled is the Eight of Wands. Isn't that gorgeous? That's a great card for a first card. Second card is Two of Pentacles. And I'll be sharing this on my YouTube channel as well. So those that are joining me on the YouTube, thank you for joining. Make sure that you subscribe to Michaela-Rena.com so that you can get notices of when I'm on live. Okay, and then this is Ace of Cups reverse. Great card. And Three of Pentacles reverse. So energy of today, this is really a good read, good spread, especially for today. So Eight of Wands. When people look at this, they think movement, go, travel. It actually is positive. It can be very positive, and a lot of that has to do with whether what's behind the card or what's moving forward on the card. This is the first card. So this card, let me turn it in a way you can see it. There you go. This card is moving forward in your productivity, in the things that you are developing in your home. It's the Two of Pentacles. There you go. So now, Two of Pentacles, anytime I see two, it's always a back and forth. It can be a struggle, but it always is connected to what is the struggle? Is it cooperative, or is it combative? And so in this case, it appears to be cooperative because of the card that's before it, which is the Eight of Wands. This is definitely movement, go forward, positive creation. Create the things in your home or in your personal life, your physical well-being that benefits you. And also allow yourself to see the balance in that, right? The balance of give and take, reciprocity, and that it's not just about you. It's in another person, so it's about sharing an experience. And I love Ace of Cups because this card is even in sharing in the experience. So I'm going to just go here. Even in sharing the experience, we don't have to control everything. So this is a release of controlling how the relationship or how communication has to happen. That it really can be quite creative, which is the Eight of Wands. And it's also nurturing and building. Again, the foundation, 2, 4, 8. The 8 is a strong foundation, and if you notice, it is also connected to that too. So here we have a foundation here of being balanced, and then we have prior to that the Eight of Wands. So creating in a way that creates a strong foundation, and it doesn't have to be overbearing. You can release any burdensome emotion about it, but you can get into feeling, which I really like. The moons are at the bottom, and the water is at the top right here. So this is really connected to allowing the self to feel instead of being emotional. And you feel divine energy, which is the water, and it's very, very soft. And the moons are at the bottom, so therefore divine inspiration affects your movement in the way that you are intuiting right here. So again, we have this positive movement, being balanced in the things that you are creating, letting go of any emotional stuff, but being more spiritually aligned. And what you'll realize is the Three of Pentacles, which is awesome. 3, I like 3 because it's always in like the holy, 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 most sacred script. 3 for emphasis. And so here, the blacksmith here, he's working with his goods, but notice his ideas are still up in the air. He's working, but they're still not ready to be manifest. This is a manifestation. Working together, positively, moving forward, having good balance and reciprocity. And the reciprocity comes in different ways in a family or in a household, especially. This is a good time to think about those things. Reciprocity doesn't have to be financial. And the reason why we know that is because there is there's the dolphin in the water. And the dolphin is in the water as like an aspect of a spirit that touches you, that you may not understand how it's there, just like people have heard about dolphins communicating and they can hear them speak, but they don't really understand the whole context of how they communicate and how it spawns over, different species in the water and even to the human species, and how they've been even known to help a human that has fallen into the water. But we've had some differing different events that occur with dolphins. However, they're very intelligent, and that's the point here, spiritual intelligence. And so here, this balance is between your physical intelligence and your creation and your spiritual intelligence and creation. And when you let go of any ego, you can allow the spirit to dwell with you in a way that keeps you aligned and your intuition in order, so that you can now manifest the things you've been dreaming about, the things you've been conjuring and creating in your quiet time. So it's very, very good. So I love this set of cards. It's excellent. I'm burning a pink candle today. Love, personal love, self-love, development, encouragement, wisdom, empowering, sweetness. So this is really, really a good set of cards. I am going to just welcome everybody on this so they know that they can comment if they come in. Welcome to our online live community. If you're able to comment, you are very welcome. And here's the cool thing, you can actually comment after the broadcast on here as well. Happy December 24th. There you go, Christmas Eve for some. Some of us say Witchmas Eve, right? So there you go. I sent that out. I want to thank you. This is my time. 8 a.m. I'm up, and like I said, I've been doing my cards different ways where all you see is my hands, or I've got a theme or whatever. But what I really just enjoy is that I'm not part of corporate America, and I don't need to be here exactly at 8 a.m. and clock in, because that's not what it is. My time frame is Monday through Friday between 8 and 9, and you'll catch me with a cup of tea or a good cup of coffee, and that's what it is. And so I'm glad to be able to share this time with you. Now, I will say, because of what we're doing tomorrow, because we have a birthday party we're celebrating with one of my daughters, then you'll actually have a pre-recorded session shared with you tomorrow. And I look forward to your communication and your hearts and your love. I will see you again live next week. If you'd like to book a personal session, you're definitely able to do so by clicking the link above where it says book online. I have a December special. So, and it's a good one. It's a doozy. So what I'm going to say is go ahead and click on it. If you're on YouTube, you'll have to click the link below that has my website, and come on in and view and join our groups. Thank you so very much. You have a beautiful day. Blessed be everyone.